Hi, my name is Kirsty and I'd like to tell you about the Scottish Fire and Rescue Service's partnership with Anthony Nolan and give you an insight into the work that it does. Scottish Fire and Rescue Service volunteers go into secondary schools across Scotland to deliver educational presentations to 16 to 18-year-olds about stem cell, blood and organ donation. Blood cancer has recently affected someone very close to me, so I was delighted to hear that I could help. The focus is on the potentially life-saving impact that we have through positive citizenship. It got us all thinking about how we could help others. The process is designed to be led by a group of school champions and I volunteered straight away. The school champion model is used by the Scottish Fire and Rescue Service so the school and pupils get the most value out of the process. The firefighters encouraged us to put our own touches to the process, to really think about how we could support the presentation and make sure everyone had enough information to make an informed choice. We also had to make appointments for people to sign up, and we even had to man the welcome desk. I thought this was great as it felt like it was really our event. I think it was also a great opportunity for some people to see how rewarding it is to volunteer for something like this. The Scottish Fire and Rescue Service leave a 1-week period between the presentation and the event. This allows the pupils time to research stem cell donation and make a considered and informed choice in terms of joining the stem cell register. As a champion, we also set up an information desk at school to help answer any concerns that people had. When I decided to join the register, I had a long chat with my parents. This was something that the firefighters really encouraged, and I also had a look at the Anthony Nolan YouTube page too. The recruitment event was really positive and had a great buzz about it. We set up a welcome desk and made sure everyone had filled their form out correctly. We then guided them to the fire service volunteers who made sure that there were no worries or unanswered questions. They then checked the forms over and asked the people to take a quick swab of their cheeks. It was really that simple. The school liked it too, as there was no cost involved and very little disruption to the school. All the fire service volunteers do this in their own time and are really committed to the partnership. They also made sure that as school champions we felt valued. Everyone who is a school champion gets a letter of commendation from the Scottish Fire and Rescue Service. I was really proud to get mine, and I also ended up getting a special award from my school. The best thing about the partnership is that it really is saving lives. Kai donated his stem cells at the end of 2018. Just like me, I donated my stem cells at the start of 2019. It was one of the most fulfilling experiences that I have ever had, and knowing that I might have saved a life is an incredible feeling. Whatever inconvenience or discomfort I had is nothing compared to blood cancer patients, and I am so glad the Scottish Fire and Rescue Service gave me this opportunity. I genuinely believe we should all be on the stem cell register. So if you aren't, what are you waiting for?
I found out about the charity through an assembly at school. Straight away it sparked my interest and I went home and spoke to my parents, and it kind of just led on doing a bit of research from there and then coming into the school and signing up for it.
Well, last week we got introduced to an assembly about this charity, and last year I'd previously done work experience down at Bowness Fire Station, so I was interested in the fire service. And when I found out that they were like coming together and made this charity, then I wanted to get straight into it and like just learn what was about it. And then I'm too young to give my stem cells right now, so I'll be doing it next year. But being a champion was like something that I wanted to do, so I signed up for it. Being a champion is a really good feeling, because when you recommend it to somebody, they could potentially go on and save somebody's life. So it's a great feeling. It's a great feeling, like a pride for you, the charity, and the person you've recommended it to, knowing that you've saved that person's life and made that bit easier.
It went really well, yeah. It was just casual chat around the dinner table. I brought it up saying that they'll be coming into the school tomorrow and I'm interested in doing it. And my dad straight away goes, oh wow, I know about that. I wanted to do it, but I'm too old. So he really backed me up and really encouraged me to do it and thought it was a great opportunity to help save someone. Yeah, I would definitely recommend it to everyone. I'll definitely be speaking to all my friends and family members about how they can sign up and do it as well.
From my point of view as the local senior officer for 2 local authority areas, it's really important that I set the tone for the partnership. I personally believe that we, as firefighters, as members of the Scottish Fire and Rescue Service, we're all in this organisation to try and help people in whatever way we can. And when I became a local senior officer a year and a half ago, I started to get involved in the running of these events and the coordination of it and supporting the teams that were doing the work on a day-to-day basis. There's lots of different reasons why I did that, but for me, there's obviously that personal link between colleagues and friends who have suffered or are suffering from diseases and effects of illness, and if we can do our bit to try and encourage young people to sign up for the donor register, then it benefits everybody. From the young person's point of view, and from our organisation's point of view as firefighters, we want to set positive role models for these young people. We want to encourage them to be good people and do their bit for society in the future, and we have a great in through the schools within the local areas in doing that, and we're really welcomed into the schools. Head teachers and their staff understand the benefits to the young people, but also to individuals. It can really make the difference of life and death, and for me that's what it's all about. We're doing our bit just to try and help somebody who's not in a great place.